Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead. Today I am out here in this raised bed here that we did over the winter. And so what I'm getting ready to do right now is fill this bed. And what we're going to be putting in half of this bed here is potatoes. We have some potatoes inside that we have been, getting ready for springtime. And we will take you guys along once we get ready to show you all what those potatoes look like. So we're gonna go ahead right now and get ready to fill this bed. This stuff right here was a couple of chicken manure that I had piled up over the winter, and it's broken down, and so I'm putting this inside of this bed and I'm gonna go ahead and spread it out. Now what I'm gonna be also adding inside of this bed here is wood chips. I got a load on my truck right now, and as y'all can see here, that I have some pine shavings that came, from, the chickens. They scratch it out and different kind of stuff like that. But, it's all kind of different little stuff inside of this bed here. And we want to just make sure that it is right and ready to plant our potatoes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Here I'm just going to be spreading this stuff out here on the and as y'all know, I don't know if y'all ever heard of the root stout method for planting potatoes. We did that last year. It turned out real good, and so what we're going to be doing, that's why we are putting this loose material here on this inside of this raised bed. And we're also going to be using some wood chips that have been broken down over a period of time. And inside of this bed here, I also have some wheat straw that I will also be incorporating inside of this raised bed here.
While he's spreading that out, I'll just give you a little back history. Last year we decided to do the root stout method for our potatoes, which was a no-dig method. Awesome method. Just the location in which we chose to do it last year wasn't the best location, and that was a part of the learning experience. So we decided to actually move the potatoes and the area in which we're going to plant them this year down to this location. They'll be getting much more sun, and it's much more open over here, but it'll still be a no-dig method. So we're just putting down a little barrier on the ground as far as where we'll lay the potatoes down, and then we'll still be doing a no-dig method as far as just covering them up once we get them planted. So today is just us preparing this bed to receive those potatoes that should be going down pretty soon. And so this that you're putting down now, what is that?
This right here is some wood chips that we had dropped here last year. It's somewhat kind of way broken down. And the good part about this wood chips here, when we was moving it, it had a lot of earthworms in it, which that is always a good thing, because with the earthworms, they go through this wood chips here. They eat a little, poop a little, and so we got, worm castings in here, which is also good. And so that's what this is, wood chips. And actually, look at here what I'm finding. This is sweet potato. And what I did last year was I planted sweet potato inside of this wood chip here. And I'm telling you, we got a lot out of it, and when I was moving this wood chips here, I find even more sweet potato. But the funny thing about that is, the bad thing about that is they're no good, and the reason for that is they just wasn't stored right, and they kind of took spring. And when I say they took spring, they sucked in a lot of water. They, it's just not like a regular. Well, it's just not like a potato that you would want to eat, but nonetheless, I'm going to leave that in here. What could possibly happen with that being in here we could have some potato slips come up, but it's all right if it do. Okay guys, and so just want to show y'all here, look at what's going on here. We have quite a bit of worm inside of this compost here. Well, not compost, but this wood chip. And that's always a plus with these worms being in here. Like I said, that is a good thing because they're able to go through, you know, aerate the roots and different kind of stuff. So that's a plus for this raised bed here. Worms already in it. You know, even though this ground here, I'm pretty sure once this moisture come and everything like that, more earthworms is gonna come on up out of the ground. But it's a good start. And so far it look like I'm gonna need another load of wood chips, broken down wood chips. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna head on down there and shovel me up another load, come and drop it, put down the pine straw, well, not pine straw, I'm sorry, put down the hay and get it ready.
Okay guys, so as you can see, it's just about done. We're actually not going to do the whole bed, but it's been a pretty decent size that we are using for the potatoes. So he's going to stop right at this cedar border here, so to speak, as far as what will be utilized for potatoes. And as you can see the depth of the bed here, and you can see how high up he's filling it with the mulch compost. That's what I'll call it. But as soon as he gets to spread it on out, because he's at the end of it, as soon as he gets to spread it out, we'll come right back.
Okay guys, so now that we have everything here spread it out, now what I'm gonna do right now is just, I'm gonna go ahead and walk on this wood chip here. Just kind of go ahead and compact it down, get all the air packets out of this wood chip. Alright, because what's gonna happen over a period of time anyway, as it keep on breaking down even more, it's gonna go ahead and drop. So that's why I'm going around and just, you know, getting all the air pockets out. And as y'all can see how much my foot is sinking down into it. So that's it there. And what that kind of helped me to do as well is go ahead and fill in a little spot where we had a lot of air pockets. Let's go ahead and fill those in. Alright, and so what we're going to do now, we're actually going to go ahead and get potatoes in this ground now. And what I'm going to do is pretty much get the spacing for my potatoes. Just kind of run a little small little trench where I'm going to be placing the potatoes into. And then I'm going to come back, fill it up with wood chips. Well, not wood chips. Fill it up with straw. All right. Okay guys, so these are the rows that we are doing here. They are a foot apart and 3 to 4 inches deep. And so, let's give you a quick little demonstration making the rows. Okay, so now that we got the rows, right now, these are the potatoes that we're gonna get ready to plant. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and grab them, take them on over to the row. And a couple of them, I did cut some of them in, in half to kind of stretch them a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my little blue bag here and just go ahead and load it on up. Okay, so now we are down here. We got our red potatoes here, and so what we're getting ready to do is we're going to be placing these potatoes 1 foot apart, right? And I'm just eyeballing it. Let go. Okay guys, so that's the last of the red potatoes and the Irish potatoes. So now what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go ahead and throw that hay on top of here and just get these ready. Okay guys, so now what I'm doing here is just pretty much putting this mulch back over that I dug out the trench, just covering it over. And what I will do, I'm gonna come back with some hay and put on top of these potatoes and get them ready. And once I do that, I'm gonna come also with some bone meal, just to kind of add just a little bit of nutrients into it. And that will be it for the potatoes. Okay, and so, just want to thank y'all for coming along with us today on this journey of planting our potatoes. And thanks for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you out there. And you like the content you got today, throw that thumbs up, like, and subscribe.